What's going on, everybody? It's Spark and welcome to the next episode of my Breaking Point playthrough. It's been quite a while since my last video, so quite a bit to catch up on, but now we are at Bahrain for the next season where Casper Akkerman is having a little bit of tyre trouble issues and we need to make the most of yet another bad situation for the driver. If you're new to the channel and you haven't subscribed yet, then do hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell icon. We'd love to have you guys around on the channel, and with more subscribers I can produce some more videos, so do stick around and let's get into Bahrain.
I'm losing grip.
Understood. Can you box next lap, Casper? Box next lap.
No, I need to come in now. It's quite bad.
We've got Aiden coming in now. Just hold out one more lap, please, Casper.
Isn't he a lap down?
Yes, he's on a different strategy though.
Haven't I got priority?
He's boxing now. Please hold off, Casper.
Fine. Nope. I'm all over the place here. I'm coming in now. Must have been pretty urgent for Aiden, huh?
Please be patient, Casper.
There goes another place. And another. Okay, let's go, let's go.
Okay, so let me get this straight. Aiden was a lap down, yet they pit him before Casper. Where's the logic in that?
Ideal. Let's see if you can get a few places back, please, Casper.
I'm on it.
Okay, no wonder Casper's a little bit peeved on this. I mean, between anything for our star driver in the last a few episodes ago and sort of being done over like this once again to give Aiden priority when he's not even in the points, we have got a lot of ground to make up in this Aston Martin. We have got 5 laps now to claw ourselves back up into the points. We are now stuck behind Fernando Alonso on the soft tyres in the Alpine, and getting down to my least favourite corner in the world is that tight left-hander at Bahrain. But at least not like the sort of first corner when you can actually floor the throttle a little bit better in this one. So we go down to the end of last night. Again, this was filmed at a time I'm still very much getting used to it. This is before all my league racing started, so excuse the sort of poor driving, as it were. But then again, if you've seen my live stream of my Bahrain league race, it did retire quite badly, as it saw. So do check that out if you fancy. If you are a league racer, if you want to feel better about your league racing chances, then do watch that video. I'm sure it will be a fun watch for you in any case. On to lap 10 now. It is still quite a bit of ground to make up. We're currently in P11 and let's see, it's more of a case of seeing how many points we can claw back. I mean, going back to the objective, we had to finish in 8th position and we are currently now in P11. 5 laps to do on a fresh set of mediums. I mean, it's anything possible. The script of the story means it is. I mean, that is Alonso right in front of us there. Still a little bit of understeer there with this section. I think I'm shifting early, and that curb there, I think if anyone has raced in any way on this, that curb is an absolute car killer, which turns your race into essentially survival of the fittest. If you dare put the throttle on that thing, you are pretty much sent to the shadow realm. As we get DRS now on the Alpine, however, I still haven't got the traction sorted, so we are dropping a little bit further back than what we would have wanted, but we are right with him now. Oh, and look at the speed that we gain as well. It is so much. We nearly go into the back of him. Go down the inside. Woo are you, Fernando Alonso? We have done it. Up into 10th place, and we have got to chase down, thank you for that, Jeff, we have got to chase down Daniel Ricciardo, who down in 9th, and ahead of him is Yuki Tsunoda. Now, I keep mentioning on this series just how close the game sort of is to sort of real life. Ricciardo sort of having a mare in 9th, I think definitely quite realistic with a few of his races, with the exception of that sprint race performance in Monza, which sees him start P2 actually, so it's a great drive for him in the McLaren. But Tsunoda up in P8.
Okay, you're in the top 10.
Maybe a little less true to life, because you see there's plenty of crashing. Unfortunately, can't quite get out of Q1 it seems, so I think Tsunoda may be putting a little bit of pressure on himself this season, but if anyone's seen him drive in Formula 2, you know he's bloody quick. He just needs to get himself out, and yes, that's right, Aiden, you get out the way. Stealing pit stop priority over us because you're apparently the star driver. But that wasn't quite the exit we wanted there. Now, it's not far off, actually off the back of Daniel Ricciardo, so it's just over a second there. This is the part of the track where we can really, really close up, and I think you can see it there. We are hauling in quite quickly now. We follow the braking point as of more or less we're sort of given in the racing line there. I'm still using this thing. I think I am going to be using it for the foreseeable future. I think, with that being that close to Yuki Tsunoda, I think the McLaren is going to have DRS on the AlphaTauri. We're going to have DRS on the McLaren of Ricciardo. As now it's open there, yeah, we're not quite making the inroads as the way we want. But are we though? Are we going to try a very late yeeted lunge into the first corner? Yes, we are. And we're on the inside of Tsunoda now. We barge our way through the AlphaTauri. And there, just like that, we are now in P8. Absolutely sent it. A little bit controversial, and we've got DRS as well, but we have absolutely sent it through, and now that's yeah, that's objective already completed now. So it's just in our case now, just trying not to bin it.
Gap ahead is 3.0 seconds.
And can we even catch up to the Alpine of Esteban Ocon? We've got 3 laps to go, and not a lot of time in which to do it. I think it's only about 3 seconds there. My tyres will have the life to obviously do it, but it's just these particular corners that just lose me time, as opposed to the, like you see there, the gap's gone up to about 3 seconds now. We'll be losing that time, like any sort of time we make, particularly in this section. I think hopefully we can get the gap down to within about 2.5 seconds just for this corner alone. We're still very tentative though. We're very tentative just in case the car doesn't comply with us. But there it brings it down to about 2.8, 2.7 seconds, back up to 2.9. I'm not quite sure whether we're going to be able to do this.
3 laps of fuel remaining.
Yes, Jeff, insightful as ever. And yeah, this is actually starting to close up now. It's about sort of 2.2, 2. Ish, that around that sort of time, but it'll be very, very touch and go to say whether we can actually catch him. But to get onto a quick sort of onboard shot there for what it's worth, I didn't have much sort of content to film.
This is your final lap of the race.
But once we got onto the final lap, it just wasn't quite where we wanted to be. Fortunately, he's a little bit too far ahead, and I don't think there's enough time for us to really catch him down and attempt an absolute yeeting into the last corner of the race. So we are going to sit pretty, I think, in P8, because that's where we need to do for the objective, and it means that we, as long as we don't spin it, we should be fine. I got a little bit tentative there on that particular curb, and hopefully with this one coming up we stay away from that, and yes we do, so we're not being yeeted off into a barrier anytime soon. But we are within a second now of Esteban Ocon, so as long as we play it safe through this particular corner, maybe we could try something into the last lap. It wasn't a bad exit there from me. So with DRS open, can we attempt a last lap lunge on the Frenchman, the one who won the Hungarian Grand Prix earlier this year, in what was an absolutely mature drive? He may have lucked into it, but he did everything that he needed to do to hold off Sebastian Vettel, who, commiserations to him, that whole fuel issue more or less ruined his chances. A lot of wear already on the front left tyre. With Esteban Ocon in front of us, we've got overtake in front of us now. It is the last corner. Are we going to attempt the dive? Yes, we are. And for some reason, when I was going to get the replay, there was a game clip that was uploaded. But we have done one better than our objective. It is P7 for Casper Akkerman.
Okay, pick up rubber and bring it home.
An interesting little encounter between Akkerman and Jackson in the pit lane, and might that cause more friction behind the scenes?
Akkerman sounded pretty angry on the radio, didn't he? Told to box the next lap, but he came in anyway. That's not the decision of a man thinking clearly. Is he bringing his personal grievances onto the track? I think he could be.
They denied each other a significant number of points last season, and if today's anything to go by, those issues look like continuing. So after a magnificent race, we can now see the drivers making their way to the podium. Once again, it's the Silver Arrows who take top spot, a well-earned victory for Mercedes.
Decision of a man not thinking clearly. The decision of a man that's more clearly grieved by the inter-team rivalry we have with Aiden Jackson. So I would quite correct. I was definitely going to correct Anthony Davidson, particularly on that one. But at the end of the day, we should have had priority. So the decision to put Box Aiden first, I don't know what on earth the team were playing at.
So that was an exciting race from our perspective. Let's have yours.
Congratulations on a tough race today, Casper. To all of us watching, it seemed as if there was some sort of clash in pitting strategy. Can you talk us through it?
If you follow my series, you know me by now. I'm going to be putting forward the diplomatic answer because it's not going to help us in any way to fuel any speculation because it gives bad PR to the team. And if that happens sort of in my team, the team of claim and stuff will go down. So we are going to do the diplomatic answer and say mix up in the strategy, but we pulled it back.
Well, it's unfortunate, but these things happen. I felt the tires begin to go off and realized I needed to come in. It was a calculated risk. There's not much else to say. I pulled it back and finished the race, so no harm done.
So the problem we all witnessed today was a team call, and not a sign of continuing tensions again this season between you and Aiden Jackson.
Now, I see with these two answers, they're kind of diplomatic in their own way. I mean, professionals work through it. I mean, either or will do, really, so fine by me.
Well, I'm not going to lie, as I'm sure it's obvious to everyone here. Aiden and I have never really seen eye to eye, which causes some tension. But we're also professionals, so it shouldn't get in the way of our performance. I'm sure we'll work through it. Why do you ask?
Well, you seemed angry on the radio with your team. People are asking if that's an indicator of a deeper issue behind the scenes. What would you say to that?
Right, let's play this one down. I mean, no comment. It definitely suggests there is an issue. I think the below answer is probably the best one.
Well, there's nothing to be concerned about. It's just adrenaline. You're in the middle of a race, you get hot. I can't even remember what I said. If it was, colorful, and I'm sure we'll all be laughing about it later.
Great. Well, that's everything.
Laughing about it later. I'm laughing about it now. Pretty optimistic even for Casper. However, that doesn't answer any of the mysteries as to why Aiden was being called in first. He's clearly their star driver, but from a racing point of view, it just makes no
I
sense.
just don't get it, Zoe. He gets to pit ahead of me, and they give his car the only new power unit last season. And he gets to go out behind me in qualifying. This kid is the new #1 driver.
I don't believe that to be true.
But then why does he get paid more?
You're still upset about that.
No. But I don't know, maybe. I just wish I never found out.
It's not the money, though, is it?
I'm old.
You're not old.
Not this again. I am old. For a driver, I'm old.
Come on, this is your last season. You said you'd make it count.
I still need to tell them.
When will you?
Soon.
Okay. Well, in the meantime, forget about Jackson.
Okay.
And stop playing the victim. It doesn't suit you.
All right, okay.
It's Zandvoort next, remember? Everyone's gonna be rooting for you. Be the guy they love. And hey,
What?
be the guy I love.
That's cute. Did you come up with that yourself?
I'm a natural-born charmer.
Hmm. Yeah, Verstappen's got nothing on me.
You had to ruin it.
Ooh! God, that was a little bit harsh, sweetheart. Had to ruin it. I mean, oh. Things are just going from bad to worse for Casper, it seems. And with the Dutch Grand Prix coming up, I mean, yes, we would love to win, and we're not quite going to be in the same fast car as Max Verstappen, but come on! Should have a bit more encouragement, I think, than that. But as you can see on the news, there's clearly a lot of publicity involving Aston Martin at the moment, and nevertheless, our sort of tussle with Aiden was not nowhere near what we wanted to be. But I know Casper's wife is meant to be sassy, but that is just a whole new level of shade that he probably didn't need. No wonder he's so grieved all the time. But the whole thing about Aiden being paid more than him, I mean, for someone being paid more of Casper's reputation, it's like, that's like having Giovinazzi being paid more than Kimi Raikkonen, which, you know, just isn't entirely plausible, I think, in the slightest. But I think more on that particular situation as it developed, because somebody's obviously fed them that bullshit, which I highly suspect will be Devon Butler. But hey, it's turning into a very interesting career mode so far, and I hope you're sticking with us, and I hope you liked the video. If you haven't been subscribed, then do hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell icon as well. We'd love to have you around supporting the channel, and do leave a like and a comment on what you think of the Breaking Point series. And I've also been doing, we're going to be doing some more stuff with another YouTuber. I will be starting a co-op career mode with Owen141. And for those of you who don't know him now, I'll leave a link to his YouTube channel on the bio of this video. But as for now, it's time for us to sign off. So thank you guys very much for watching. I've been Spark, you guys have been Brill. See you guys in the next video. Bye bye.